Welcome back to SXE Bear. I'm Swiss Bear, joined here today by Phumpy, and again, we're back in Subnautica. And this day, we want to talk to you about some of the different things that we...
Swiss, let me take it from here. Today, we're going to be talking about this little guy right here in the bonus episode of Subnautica. Play the intro. Okay, so let me start off by saying, Swiss, you weren't here with me with this one. I did this all by my lonesome.
No, but I hear it was quite the journey.
Yes, this was a little side project I wanted to do and needed to do. Not entirely by myself, but this was for me. And funny enough, this started as a little short 30 seconds idea. This was going to be 30, 45 seconds. I was so goddamn wrong. So, if you guys couldn't tell by the intro, I wanted the cuttlefish. Swiss told me about the cuttlefish. I wanted the cuttlefish.
Yeah. For anybody that caught the whole playthrough, if you didn't, go back and watch it here on SXE Bear on YouTube. But if you caught it, you know that there's a few things we didn't get to. And when we brought up the cuttlefish on that final episode, of things we didn't do or get to, and we're explaining why, I brought this up and simply said that, well, Phumpy never came across it. So I never felt a need to say anything because Phumpy has attachment issues. So Phumpy went and got attachment issues on his own. Phump, how was the journey, buddy? Take me on this adventure with you.
So, on the search for a cuttlefish, I did a small research of where to find one, and right away, one was just the mushroom forest. I was like, cool, I'm so close nearby, let's just go search for it. And prior to what you're seeing now, there was a lot of searching. There really was. I didn't, again, all I read was mushroom forest, and I just went there. I thought it was going to be in the open. It is what it is. But no, there's very specific spots. So, a little bit more research, obviously. And when you come across this big ass mushroom tree, there's little caves, a little cave system inside. And
this is where I found the only cuttlefish I've ever had.
And honestly, this is one of the easiest ones, because obviously you're gonna see a big giant tree. Why wouldn't you go explore it? You know what I mean?
For me, I was chilling in my prawn suit, walking through here, looking for Cyclops pieces, and I saw the hole. And my brain said, well, they don't make things for no reason here.
So hell yeah, baby. I got what I wanted. I'm going home. I'm hatching this motherfucker. I was so impatient. I was gunning it home as fast as I could. Literally, first thing I did, get in the tank, drop the egg. And you know what I did, Swiss?
Waited?
I waited.
I mean, I feel like there weren't many options.
But like,
I do love that his egg, though, kind of lets you know what you're gonna see.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. And it's funny too, because like, I'm sitting here waiting, and I'm just like, this thing is so goddamn cute. And I'm just like, right now I feel like a mother. I'm just like, it's okay, I'll protect you, and like, it's like, and again,
like the crash fish is just gonna walk up and murk the guy or something. Like
it's funny. I was just watching until that happened. Then I got really defensive.
Oh.
I got a little defensive. I was just like,
your bone shark just wanted to say hi.
Just because he's a little different doesn't mean you get to bully him. But yeah, no, I sat here waiting until I had to be reminded that I'm in water. And I was running out of oxygen pretty damn quickly. I started yelling at the fish in my in the playthrough. I was yelling, I was like, "Don't you dare touch this little cutie!" I was like, "Get away from it!"
So this is beautiful though, because the thing I was most concerned about with the cuttlefish is this.
Oh yeah, no, big time. I definitely got attached. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I would have got like this attached, but like after everything was said and done, everything was played and the game was over, I was just like, there's still a little cutie out there, man. I can't just let that slide. So like this, so this became a whole. Yeah, I had to get reminded twice. Here I got a little impatient. I was like, play a little peekaboo. Yeah? Hey, did you hatch yet? Did you hatch yet? How about now? Then I started getting angry. I was like, okay, I'll calm down. Oh, I lied. Yeah, then I realized I froze my whole tank. Kind of laughed about it.
On the flip side, that's a hell of a bubble, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I even
Calm,
started talking. I gotta keep calm. I was like, don't tell me what to do. No, but then like any parent should, they should definitely rest while their baby's being born. And it's funny because when this started happening, I was like, oh my god, he's trying to get out. It's like, let him breathe. That I went to go put my inventory away, but then while I was editing this, I was just like, I need to find the baby a bottle. Found it. I love being dramatic. It's funny as hell.
But this, you got a chance to be though. After an entire playthrough, all the stress and everything else. Not only do you have little dude now, you ain't even got to worry about deserting him.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I was like, dude, I'm gonna have a little buddy on my adventures. No, I got protective. I made him stay. I didn't let him come with me.
I did the same thing. The worst part was the first base that I had during the playthrough where I got him. I had built a base in the kelp forest.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, stalkers, right? Oh. I moved my whole base because of it. Oh, he was just bored.
It's funny. I wasn't even there to watch it. I literally did all this to sit there and watch it, but I wasn't even there.
You missed
the oxygen.
You missed the moment.
The oxygen had to remind me that what I was doing. So yeah, I know. I scooped him up, went outside. I was like, "Get ready to be free, buddy." Yeah, look at this dude. Yeah, damn straight high five. It's funny because I was like, "Is this all you're gonna do?" I mean, it's cool. Like, I appreciate some high fives, man. But like, I was just like, I feel like you do more. And he just did a flip. It's amazing. But I was like, I feel like you do a little bit more. So I just like, I was just fascinated. I was fascinated by him. I was just watching him do his thing. Oh, and then I was just like, oh, I know you can feed him. Like, I wonder what you got to do to feed him and everything. So I went to go grab a fruit. Hop back outside. Got scared because he wasn't fucking there. Ooh, and then this little fucking bite. Oh, dude, Mama Bear came out big time here. A little biter came and snipped him. I was just like, hell no, ain't happening. Yeah.
Really didn't like your stasis rifle.
So I froze that motherfucker. I was like, don't you dare touch my baby. Blah. Started floating. I was like, cool, that's that. I lied. I didn't let that be that. He touched my baby. Maybe a little dramatic, but I think my point got across. I also love how he was there to witness it the entire time. He was just like, and then in my mind I was just like, yeah, you saw that happen, and then he accepted food from me. Like, it was a whole sign of respect and everything, even though he like snatched it out of my hand like an asshole. It was like a sign of respect, and I was just like, hell yeah, now we cool, dude.
One of the actions petting him, did you actually get to that?
Yeah. Later on, you'll see me pet. Then we played a little freeze tag.
Worried about other things hurting it. Really fire stasis right now.
Look at his face. Tell me that derpy face isn't having fun right now.
I think that's him being trapped in stasis, bro.
Nah, he's
looking at you like, why'd you do this?
Nah, he's tripping balls. He's dead. Oh, yeah, that happened again. And I fed him on accident, so I was just like, hell no. Eat this food. I'll be right back. Don't worry. Oh, all right. I forgot it came to me. Again, not letting that shit slide.
Phumpy versus the biters. Float away, dead thing. Float away.
Alright, so what's up next here?
So I take it you went after another one.
So,
are you fucking kidding me? Number 4? Number 4? Really? Jesus Christ! Who stuck the horseshoe up your ass, Pump? You didn't have to say shit. I saw it and knew. What the hell? Okay, so Fuck you, man. Bring on the 4th goddamn time capsule, you lucky piece of shit.
I'm fucking crying right now. Yeah, so after getting 1, I realized that you can get 5. So I went exploring, and going out for my second cuttlefish, in the span of like 4 minutes, yeah, I came across a fucking time capsule. And I was just like, ooh, this was gonna be mad.
Dude, in one playthrough, I think you've come across as many time capsules as I have in all of my combined playthroughs.
But yeah,
So okay.
so this one says, goodbye, planet. Find limestone, find the life pods, find salt. Whatever you do, don't get comfortable. The warpers will find you. Get out ASAP.
Oh.
Which
Warper hater.
Which is a different vibe from the other life pods that we've had. Still hopeful.
Yeah, this guy was less hopeful about everything and more.
Yeah, honestly. But he did give me something that really piqued my fucking interest that I had no fucking clue about. Potato chips.
Oh, yeah. There's a vending machine that you scan at some point.
Oh.
You can build it. And you can build it, but it's not worth a whole lot of food, and they're high in salt, and they lower your water.
Interesting. So, while continuing, the second place that we need to be looking is also the mushroom forest, but the second one, which for a solid half an hour, I forgot there was 2 different mushroom forests.
Yes, there are.
So, after a little scavenging, after a little research, I was told to come to this area and find a little cave in the walls here. So, luckily enough...
You look like you're out on the dunes side of it, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Which we'll talk about the dunes in a little bit here. But, so I get in here, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Where's the fucking egg? So I ended up backing out, because I'm just like, I might be in the wrong cave. Like, it's a dead end, is what it is. Okay, let's just keep looking. But I was like, that's such a perfect fucking cave. Like, it feels like there needs to be something in there, you know what I mean? Looked around a little bit, didn't see another one that's like as perfect as this one, so I was just like, am I fucking missing something? Guess what? Yeah, I was missing something. Take a little left here. Sure shit. This little cave that I thought was a dead end becomes a fucking labyrinth. This thing is huge. Like, I was just like, I don't know which way to go. Like, this place is massive.
Oh,
I was gonna get lost real quick. And also, keep in mind, Phumpy here, me, I don't pay attention to my health. I don't pay attention to my food. I don't pay attention to my water. I wait for my PDA to tell me. So as you can tell,
starvation imminent.
I'm gonna be struggling real quick here. Which is funny enough, because I'm just like I said, this was a labyrinth to me. This was a giant ass maze. And I started, first I got excited because, you know, I found the second one, baby. Little cutie, yoink. Yeah. So at this point I was like, oh god, I lost my way out. Like, I was like, I just need to go up. Let's focus on going up. We'll get up.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, this is a whole ass labyrinth.
I panic a little bit. Okay.
But yeah, luckily, eventually, at some point, I did see the glint of lights, and
there it is.
And I made it out.
It.
And this is for the food. I was hungry.
I was confused. I'm like, why did you like? Oh, now I get it. Okay. Which 3 spadefish, 1 shot? Hey.
Right?
Vital signs.
But no. So with the second mushroom forest down, the second cuttlefish down, I was feeling pretty good. But at this point, I was just like, I'm not going home to repair this until I have all of them in my possession. That's just the mindset I had. I was like, I'm on a goddamn mission. I ain't stopping until it's done. So the third one that we had to go through, which this one was a little rough and a little difficult. This one had me watching a YouTube tutorial because I didn't know about this other Degassi place. In the
other Degassi habitat.
And where is it located?
I'll find out when you get there. So I've only ever come across it once, and I remember my experience out there being Reaper related, and it's like the first or second time I've ever had a Reaper blow up my sea moth. And for me, that was the moment of like, sweet, I believe I went back out and finished the thing. And then for me, it turned into like, wow, there was no reason to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't overtly important. And it's funny because even in a lot of videos I've seen on YouTube, when they piece together just like the Degassi crew, PDAs and stuff like that, there's quite a few of them out there that have missed the few things you do pick up from out there on those.
You're right.
So...
And it's funny too, because like there was no information given that was like gonna progress my story, because the story was already finished. But so we get to this point, and I was told to go down this little hole here, which I'm just like, cool. And then it leads me to, I believe, what is called the bulb zone.
Oh yeah, bulb or Grand Reef, one of the two.
Grand Reef, that's what this is.
Yeah, welcome to the Grand Reef, good sir. You are out by Daddy Longlegs in the far end.
Which is funny as hell, because I go down here, and I'm just like, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm really not. Yeah, don't worry about that. So I get down here, and I'm just looking for a habitat, and I'm not worried about creatures or how close I didn't even realize I was to the Lost River. Not that that's gonna come in handy to me at this moment, but I get down here, swimming around, end up finding it, and then I see these fuckers, and then I start to get a little worried. I'm just like, oh.
Crab squids, you suddenly realize how deep you are and what type of section you're in.
Yep. So I'm just point A to point B at this moment. I'm just like, I can't be fucked to be exploring this brand new place that I have yet to see. So, luckily enough, I found it pretty quickly. Shoot the hell out of the crab squid, because I'm just not going to deal with that. And,
rightfully so.
And I made it pretty quick in and out, but I did listen to these PDAs because it was just fun to hear.
Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. Better got my breather in time. I told her. I said others would come. A rupture threw me clear of the habitat, and the monster turned and bore down on me. Just as its tentacles came within reach, neither appeared.
You already had it.
She had a sea glide in one hand, a jagged piece of scrap metal in the other. She meant to butcher that beast or die trying. The last I saw her, she had the metal lodged in its neck as the monster did its best to shake her, contorting off into the darkness. I'm certain she got her wish.
And it's funny because that one's actually just almost a repeat of one of Bart's later on.
Right. And it's funny too, because I think at this point I found the PDAs, and I don't know if you saw, but I was looking at that center piece pretty heavily, and I was just like, where the fuck is the egg? I was just like, I didn't see the egg, and I'm still worried about that fucker outside. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna grab these PDAs, let them play out, and I'm just gonna hear them. Luckily enough, I came to my senses and realized that this is a tall tower, so there's an upper and lower.
There you go. So that's an alien containment facility, by the way.
Also,
so like where you were hatching all your people?
Yep.
That's what that was.
Luckily enough, this right here, the orange tablet. I at this moment, I did know I needed it to continue to get the fourth Cuddle Fish. But I never realized until editing and after watching the tutorial, and because I did want to find out like how to make it, and I was like, I thought it was just going to be easy to make. No, they're extremely fucking rare. I think you can make it after you scan it, but it's like a pain in the ass.
Yep. I don't remember what it takes to make one, but
So
you only need the one, though.
Yep.
If you're even going to do the thing, and again, you completed it without ever needing an orange tablet. So,
And it's funny too. If I would have continued watching the tutorial video I was watching, I would have realized that this right where I'm at is right connected to the Lost River, right next to the place I need to be in the Lost River.
Yep.
So I knew my next spot was in the Lost River, so I went all the way back to Pooh, and then I started going to the Lost River. And then after I ate a little bit, I was just like, I wonder if my cuttlefish is still here. Like, then here I am panicking, and I was like, where's my baby? I should have left him in the containment facility.
No, he keeps a pretty wide zone around your habitat
Yes.
or wherever he's holding to chill. That's all.
And it's funny too, because I'm just like, I have 2 in my inventory. That's fine, but like, I want the
Where's
collection.
OG?
I was a little disappointed you
little
couldn't
dude.
name them. Like, it's
I
cool.
think that would have made it even harder to leave.
True. Yeah, yeah, like that. Yeah, you like that little guy? But yeah, so after that,
I'm not gonna lie, because you keep swinging around with your knife out, there's a part of me that keeps waiting for you to accidentally slash him once, because you have a tendency to swing the knife.
yeah, I tried to leave, and then he accidentally swam up, and I ended up tickling him there. I was like, "Well, get out of here, little guy! I'm trying to go get I'm trying to go get your sisters."
All systems online.
I had to turn around to make sure he wasn't following me. But no, so we get down to the Lost River, and I had to explore a little bit, because I can't take my normal route all the way down to the inactive lava zone, because that's just not where it's supposed to be. So I ended up taking one of these lefts here, and I do end up going where I need to be, but out of curiosity, because I did end up watching the video completely, because I just tend not to do that, I was curious how close I was to coming down here from where I was getting the third one.
Very.
And yep, just like that, right there. And I turned around, I was like, son of a bitch. All right, whatever.
No, when you were doing your playthrough, we'd actually talked about that in a couple places where you may not realize it, but the Lost River is directly connected here.
Yeah. But no, so I get down here, and I find this giant skeleton that I have yet to scan, and there's lights around it. I was just like, oh, this is gonna be weird. Funny enough, and I think I thought about you instantly, Swiss, after the fact. So I get here, orange tablet, cool. I get in here, and see a bunch of shit. I'm just like, oh, see the egg. I was like, priorities. Grabbed it. Grabbed these.
Awesome.
And then also,
Okay.
I proceed not to scan literally fucking anything in here. Old habits die hard, I suppose.
PDA data.
Which is like,
That's funny.
which is a little annoying. So
So-
it's like, it would be cool because I don't know, for some reason now I feel like the need to learn all this shit. But on the plus side, I did scan this fucker.
So this guy is what I was just going to talk about. So I had been feeling like we missed a giant skeleton too. But I couldn't remember, like, had we gone down here accidentally or not one time.
There was,
And clearly we didn't on this end.
I was gonna say, there's 2 skeletons I ended up scanning when I was trying to get like post video. So it was this one and another one that's around here, like the really big one where the rib cage is upside down and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think that's the one like where you can bring it back from the mods and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I then end up scanning that and finding my way out. Funny enough, I was just like, just out of principle, I'm gonna go out the way I should have came in. So yeah, funny enough, I was I'm more or less curious on how close I was, and like you said, yeah, very. It was dumb how much time I wasted going all the way back and then all the way down and all the way around. It was silly on my part.
You were in the honeycomb. This is that. So during our playthrough, or during your playthrough, we had the conversation of like the map is hard to explain because different zones overlap each other without you realizing it, and they also exist in some separate spots. This is one of those things where like, how do you explain this until you've experienced it? I don't know.
Yeah, and
you're doing some sketchy shit.
Yeah, so at this point I was just like, I need to go up. I don't know where the fuck I am. I need to find my groundings. And I was like,
yeah, I knew where you were.
I was like, that looks familiar. That's the floating island. But 4 down, 1 to go. And god damn it, if this one wasn't the hardest one to get. So the 5th one is in the dunes.
Okay.
And the thing is, Swiss, without you being my fucking navigator, I didn't know where the dunes were. You know where I thought it was, Swiss?
Where'd you think it was, buddy?
I thought it was behind the ship, behind the crash ship.
I mean, equally as dangerous, but...
Oh, and I found that out.
No.
I will warn Swiss here. Everybody else watching, fuck off. You can deal with it. There's only one scary encounter here that's actually gonna like might fuck with you, and right here I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go in. Yep, save that bitch real quick.
You knew. You knew.
I was like, I know what I'm getting into. I was like, I need to save.
Just heard him.
Yeah, and in this little next portion here, we're not gonna talk. We're just gonna let this play out.
Oh God.
Also, keep in mind that I'm looking for a giant pit in the dunes. And
I mean,
and then I started seeing this blue, and I remember that the blue haze. I was just like, "That's some ghost Leviathan shit. I don't want this. I'm going out of the map."
Yeah, you are.
Anyways, here's the quiet part.
Oh, Phumpy.
Right there, I pooped my pants a little bit. Right there, I pooped my pants a lot a bit.
One of the few times I would have told you to actually turn around.
At this point, I was terrified. I was shitting my pants. So all I could think is, I need to get the fuck out of here. But guess what? As you can see, I couldn't.
Nope, there's a freight train of a danger noodle behind you, though.
So I was trying to navigate. I was getting terrified. I was like, I can't turn around. I don't want to merge. But I did.
Oh, yeah.
And right there, my entire intestines just left my body. I'm ashamed that I didn't record a webcam. I'm ashamed I didn't record my audio. It was just the game audio. Because, boy, you would have heard me scream like a bitch, dude. and let you know now, that was my first legitimate Reaper encounter. Not me going to test the waters and just to go fuck with him on creative or anything like that. That was my first legitimate encounter.
Oh, you ain't far enough away, buddy. You're going. Oh God.
Yep. But,
oh God. Get out, bud.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Danger Noodle round 2, bro. Oh!
Yep.
Okay.
And I quit. And we're back at it again.
Good man. Good man. I completely understand.
I was just like, absolutely fucking not, dude. Like, at this, I believe this at this point, this was after work when I quit. I was like, fuck, I need to go to work. I can't do this right now. Ended up coming back, and this is just out of spite. There was no reason for this. This was straight spite. Yeah, fuck you. So as I should, I did a little research because I didn't know exactly where the fuck that was, and it wasn't the goddamn dunes.
No.
And this is me looking for the cuttlefish now. And then actually, this is what actually got me terrified. I was like, oh, cool, my cuttlefish is dead. I think it might be a glitch with the same thing with Hector. I fucking saved and quit, and cuttlefish is gone. I was like, son of a bitch. But then I realized before I went to the Lost River, I told him to follow me, and then I told him to stop right before the entrance. So I decided to test my.
You left him at Scary?
Yeah. No, not like at Scary, but like at the entrance of it. So like right around here. And luckily enough, right there. There he is. So I was pretty happy with that. I was like, buddy, you're far away from home, bud. So I told him to follow, took him back home, and left him there again. I was like, come here, little boy. Come here, boy. Yeah, high five to what you don't know what I've been through for you, you piece of shit.
I feel like you did this to yourself.
Oh yeah, big time. It was a collection. I'm definitely a type of person that likes collecting things. I needed all 5. Anyways, so back on my little adventure here for the 5th and final one. I left that in here because it's cute because you just smash the shit out of your...
Take me with you, Thump.
So this is me realizing I was going the wrong way the entire time. So
yeah,
I was like, cool. Now I need to head to the dunes, which is kind of by my house, right?
Sort of.
Again, this is me not exactly knowing where things are, and it definitely fucking shows. There's a couple of times where I had to like stop, reset myself, and get my bearings straight and everything like that.
Yeah, the dunes, we avoided them highly because there just wasn't a reason to go out there.
No, there wasn't.
I think you went once, and we would literally just pass through it. And I remember making a statement of like, huh, well, you got through that unscathed. And you're like, what? And I'm like, don't worry about it. You don't even know what you just did. But like I remember you drive like almost the whole length of the dunes at one point, and I'm like, I don't know how you did with this without seeing a Reaper.
And it's funny too, because I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a giant pit, and I'm I'm trying to laugh. I was like, not again. So I'm looking for a giant pit in a place that's kind of full of pits. I just know that there's a pit, and I don't know how big this thing is. I don't know if it's anything fantastic or like anything special or anything like that. So I'm just looking at this point. And
you're heading around the island.
Yeah.
Okay, at least you were smart enough to go up and see what you were doing. And realize where you're at.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely had to like reset and get my bearings real quick because after a bunch of trial and error of like me trying to do a pride thing where it's like I can do this myself. No. I do end up realizing that it is very, very close to one of the previous eggs, which is the giant tree mushroom. So I head back to the mushroom forest because, like I said, there's one very close to the previous one. So I kind of got the direction of obviously north by northwest here, and I just went straight. And again, this was still part of my trial and error thing. I didn't quite know where I was going, but I was like, for some reason this crash site and it's just like straight line seems promising.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, and I'm hearing the Reapers, and again, this is one of those, I'm on a mission, point A to point B. I need to get the fuck out of here. Or at least just keep going, because again...
Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
And I said, no, not really. Because like I've heard that before, and there's the blue fog again for the. I was just like, nope.
Welcome to ecological dead zone.
Because I've heard that message before of like, are you sure it's worth it? I'm just like, haha. After being attacked by the Reaper in a legitimate way, oh, that message meant something completely fucking different now. I'm just like, no, nothing is fucking worth this. That was fucking terrifying.
Which brings me to a point that you and I have talked about a few times, and I was so happy because you brought it up after we finished the playthrough. Way to avoid the warper.
Hey, that was the biggest nope I've ever had. I seen it, and that wasn't even a warper.
Hard nope.
That was a whole ass Reaper.
That was a Reaper. That was a warper right there.
Nope, right here. Keep watching.
Oh!
Yep.
I just saw the warper bubble. I didn't see the Reaper fighting him.
Yep, that was the biggest hard nope left I've ever done.
A whole lot of no fuck.
I just went to safety. I went back to the shroom forest. I went back to safety. I was like, I cannot be fucked. I need to take
Smartest thing you can do though, because the Reaper can't do. Oh, I bet that ting right there fucked you hard.
And
that fish hitting you, I bet that made you jump a bit.
Yep. And this was the scariest turnaround I had to do too, because I was just like, what if he's following me?
Oh yeah.
And then right here.
But no.
Right here is definitely the. Let's go back in it, I guess.
There's no such thing as comfort out here, brother.
No.
But this brings us back to something that we've both said now, having gone through this playthrough. The areas that have heavy Reaper Leviathans aren't any place you have to go. Awesome. Okay. So you find your pit, you find your egg. This has to be a special form of terrifying.
Yep. And right here I was like, I'm gone. I don't care. I was on a jewel heist, grabbed the jewels, and I'm fucking out. I did not give a damn about nothing.
Wishing like hell I had a turbo and an afterburner.
It's like I'm going home, and I wasn't even heading towards Pooh. I was just heading towards safety at this point, but I wasn't.
But yeah, so that the Degassi habitat that you went out to, and coming out to the dudes here. Look, these are just two places you didn't have to be ever.
No, absolutely not.
And so, like the Reapers being at the front, back, and behind the Aurora, it makes sense. But again, if you're being smart when you go to the Aurora, you're not going to experience Danger Noodle. On the flip side, some of those other places that you can go to, there's no need to go there. You can find the exact same things in safer places. And it's just, I understand that the Reapers themselves are a thing to experience. And Lord knows I've got mine. I'm glad you got yours too.
Yes.
But I was never going to force you out someplace we didn't have to go. Now, if you would have started to explore on your own and gotten there, cool. But like, you never naturally went to that area. Every time we got near the dunes, you saw the emptiness and went away.
Yeah, no, like you said, it's not. There's nothing out there. Like, obviously, I'm happy I did this. It was a fun adventure. It was a side quest to the main quest. You know what I mean? So it was.
Yeah.
It was definitely well worth it, as you're about to see here. So I get back to base.
So you have all 5 now, yeah?
I have all 5. One's floating around, being all free and everything. That's my excitement right there. And I get to base with 4, and I realized that these motherfuckers bullied my other one. So I said, fuck y'all. These guys get their own room. So I took the time I took the time and I created a whole nother room and started building it. And then this dude started floating through. I was like, okay, let him pass. Whatever. Continue building it. Son of a bitch. Can you get out? Whatever. You're stuck in here now. Thinking that he would just like phase through a wall. No. No, dude was stuck in my base. I was just like, are you good, dude? You seem good to me.
All right.
So I was like, I just stared at him. I was like, whatever. I just left. So yes, I did what I did best and became a mama. Became another mama. And at this point, I knew it was a waiting game, so I just decided to spruce up this specific ass room. And I knew I wanted to do this for a while, so I ended up doing this just because let's just deck it out. And yeah, I think that thing looks nice. Again, this is just
terrifying.
Again, this is just one of the things that like I wasn't gonna do in the main playthrough. But yeah, no. Funny enough, after
Indoor pet.
and this is me trying to get him out too. I'm just like, okay, come on, maybe you can go swim through the moon pool. And I'm just like, okay, you're not following, whatever. So I was just like, maybe I have to deconstruct while he's in there, because I constructed him in there. So I tried to do it in here, and I was like, it's not allowing me to do it because I'm in here. So I was just like, well, now you're leaving. I need you to get in here so I can deconstruct it. And I was like, whatever. And it went away. I was like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to see? And this is me getting a little frustrated because I was like, this is like locking your baby in the car with the keys inside the car. You're like, come on, baby, grab the keys. Grab the keys.
So you weren't able to grab him like before?
No.
Okay.
Which is incredibly frustrating. So it's like, once you let them out, they're out. So funny enough, I just waited for him to swim through, and he's teasing me like an asshole. Well, he's just like, yeah, here I am. But no.
You see me.
But finally, motherfucker gets some common sense and swims through. And I thought I was going to have to deconstruct the whole thing. Nope, dude just phased through. So I was like, cool. So I was just like, good shit, man.
Now it's good. All right.
I just love that perfect timed high five. Hey, got you out. Nice.
What's gotta work?
Teamwork. But no, decided to check on my babies, and obviously this is me being impatient because I work so goddamn hard to get all these fuckers. And
You got attacked by a Reaper for this twice.
yeah, I did. And funny enough, I zoned out again on my other screen, and I think the oxygen, maybe not. I thought the oxygen had to wake me up again. But no, then I was waiting for the babies, and I saw this dude. He's impatient, just like me. He's like, where my sisters at? I want my siblings.
I want my friends.
I was like, I can't be the only one of my kind. But then I remember that sleep does help fast forward time a little bit, so I was just like, it's fucking time. I was like, stretch faster. I was again super impatient. I was like, it's fucking time, and they're still not hatched. Oh, I lied. So yeah, no, I pick them up. Inventory full. I was like, God damn it! And I was like, so many minor inconveniences. Where I'm just like, this is. I just want this to be over.
The end is in sight.
So I grabbed the fifth and final one, gun it to the door, or pool. I don't have a door in this goddamn place.
I mean, you do, but you don't use it.
And I was just like, I need to make sure that he's around. Like, he's got to see me, do this, right? So I waited, and whoop, there he is. Are you ready for this little dude? He's like, just give me the goddamn treat. Yeah, and this is the happy ending where I actually get all 5 cuttlefish kind of unscathed. And you know what, Swiss, while this happy ending plays out, hit us with the outro.
Folks, thanks for joining us here at SXZ Bear. This was a hell of an adventure to go on. Pump got to experience some of the stuff that he didn't get to experience during the playthrough in kind of a safer way, or not a safer way. Danger Noodles not included. We appreciate you guys, and if you're loving how cute this is, please like, subscribe, and you can join us on the next one where we will be starting Subnautica Below Zero. For Swiss and Phumpy, saying thanks for watching. Keep watching. Catch you on the next one. You have a herd of cuttlefish.